audible. What other thing I should do is go to Twitch, make sure that I can hear myself. There is definitely gonna be a loop back, but I have to do this check. Oh yeah. But I have to do this check. Alright, cool. I can hear me. But am I audible enough to hear me? But yeah. Alright. I have to find a better way of doing audio checks, because that's not gonna work. Also, I should because I'm always looking right of my screen, I should probably move what I'm streaming to the left, or the leftmost of my screen, so that I'm mostly facing the microphone for the audio, or I bring it closer to me. Alright, let me stop looking at myself. And now we start. What are we starting with? Let me see. Okay, do I shift all the way to the left? That's input this here. Where's my code gonna be? My code. There you go. What project is this? This is not the project I want to be working on right now. I'm working on indent. No, don't save. I don't know what changes. What if I made an important change and then just threw it away right now? What is this? Yeah, this looks like the project that I want to be working on right now. Indent. That's how you pronounce the name, Indent. And it is where? Let me. No description, nothing. I should probably put a description. How do you add a description to a repo? What do you edit description? What? Where did you add a description? This is weird. So when you're creating a repo, you can add a description, but when you're done, you can't.
Cancel. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, there you go. That's
What's
weird
the
though.
goddamn deal? Yeah. Let's do it, bitch. Now here's a little story that I got to tell about a young gangster nigga out of Jacksonville. He started slinging tapes back on 103, and then he teamed up with that nigga Teddy P. That's me. They call them the Blues Brothers. You can't name a better duo. If you say you made us, then my nigga come bring me two more. I'm wrestling the streets, and that Chevy look like a sumo. I do business in the hood, white t-shirt with a suit on. I'm not hearing all you niggas.
Okay,
Somebody
T-Pain's
done
too
turned the
loud.
mute on. I'm not fearing all you niggas that AK will make you.
Yeah, there you go, T-Pain. I'll turn off monitoring because I'm hearing myself and it's weird. I turned that thing on because but this is a URL. You gave this URL to me. This thing. Alright. Next song. That's just no. Oh, so what I wanted to do is start splitting out these components into something manageable. And I want to ask for help for so many things because first of all, the project is public plus open source. So I'm going to be asking for help from people. people did say, no, you wanna contribute to your project, not. But hey, lots of talk and little action. Also, same with me. But yeah, that seems to be the vibe in most cases. All right, how do we do this? First of all, I have to update Superbase to the latest version. Not Superbase specifically, but Vue Superbase. Why am I using npm again? Where's this? Oh, it's hosted on Vercel. Vercel has issues sometimes. I have no idea why Vercel has issues, but I will try to switch to Yarn. And see what happens. Oh yeah, I remember why I was using this guy instead. The reason why I'm using my own fork for the Vue Superbase project is Vue Superbase currently does not support Vue 3, and this fork makes it work, but my fork does not work well for Vue 2 if you haven't installed the composition API. Now that's challenging. In fact, I have to ask this. I have to ask, does it work for yeah, I didn't plan for this, but then I was playing a game before this, so now because it's an issue, I have to first prove that it's an... Where did I face this issue again? I don't remember anymore. So I have to create the issue first and then reproduce it. Okay, this mic is too high. Can I still put my hand under? This is challenging now. Why is this? This is better. I want to create a simple repository where I'm facing issues with Vue Demi and npx Vue CLI Vue Demi demo. I need to buy a hard drive. I really hope this is not gonna be annoying in the video or the stream. Me sipping coffee and the gulps I'm taking in front of this microphone, because this microphone for audio, sometimes my voice is just low, but everything else that I'm doing is just loud as hell. Words? No, you can't hear words, but me swallowing saliva, goop, that's what happens. So what I'm doing is I want to create a Vue 2 project. Use this plugin, use my fork, see it fail, and then post it as an issue to say, hey guys, there's this issue I'm facing. How do I go forward? Do I install the composition API in the plugin or the package? But then doing that means when you're using Vue Superbase as a package in your project, Vue Superbase will also install the composition API package, of which if you're not using it, it's just extra weight. I'm not sure if it's gonna be tree shaken when you build your project, but the fact that it's there and you're not using it means I either missed something in how I'm using VueDemi, or that's how VueDemi works. I don't know, so I have to ask. Where's discussion? Yeah, discussion. Announcements. There's not much going on here. I think I'm gonna category Q&A. Does this work for instances where I don't know how to pose this question. Does it having issues with projects that use V2 and do not use the API? Do I need to make it because it's a Q&A thingy? Now for the info, I need to give them everything saved here. I don't want to lose any changes that I've made. Demo no view superbase. I have to go back to the projects that I'm talking about. I have to give them what I am talking about so that they form the answers based off of it. Here's my package.json. I like that. JSON. And here's my, I don't know how Markdown works with code blocks where you give the opening and not the closing. Might have to provide the closing. You would never know. And here's my index.js. There's so many things that could comment on here. First of all, because there's no build step for this package, it means I have to write common JS. That's going to be understood also by Vite, because this has to be supported by Vue 2, Vue 3, using either the Vue CLI or Vite. And Vite is picky because Vite is like all modern. I use ES modules and everything, but then we don't know anything about ES modules when it comes to this, or Next.js currently, or Next 2, because this is also used in Next 2 and I'm using Next 2. I can't break this for me and make it work for, and then also it's an open source project consumed by everyone. That includes the users of Vue 3, Vue 2, and Next, the current version. If I try to use this package, wait a minute. First of all, I should tell them this is from a branch of a Vue Superbase fork. It works for Vite and Vue 3, but not for Vue 2 using because now I've told them where is it coming from. I also think it's fair I give them a link to the current branch that I'm working on, so that they could possibly, whoever's going to be going through it, try it out. Now there's an issue open on the Vue Superbase project for adding a build step. But no one is taking it on as yet. I might not. There you go. That's a discussion. This could have been an issue. Okay, got it. I pressed the okay, got it button. Nothing's going on. All right, done. If needed, no. Let me just leave it here. And done. Hopefully, someone will pick this up in a space of an hour while I'm streaming. Alright, now back to the show. First of all, I'll attempt to switch from npm to yarn and see if Vassal is gonna agree with it, to say, hey man, we have no problem with your project, we're just gonna continue hosting it as if nothing ever happened. And that is, first of all, what did I change here that's complaining now? Okay, this is weird. Or did it change get reset? Alright, we were here. I shouldn't have done that. I didn't commit my changes and I just reset everything to the last commit, and the last commit didn't have the changes that I streamed last week. Eish. Now I have to start over. But first of all, I need to refill my coffee. Wanna get in? Anyway, I'm supposed to be streaming, but I have to unbox this charge. I don't do unboxing, so I'm not gonna be explaining anything, but I'm just saying this so that problems with wide angle cameras, long cable, that's good, this is very long. I replaced the long cable with this guy. Padmajig. What's nice is I can use any power brick. Nice lightweight. Moment of truth is charging. Fast wireless charging is unavailable. Do not show again. Cool, no problem. Is working. Oh, actually, fast wireless charging is supposed to be turned on. I switched it off when I bought the phone. Yep, 2 hours until full. Thank you. You don't have to take it back. Alright, I have a wireless charger now. So that's gonna live there. You live here. And then I'll just block this guy here. Excuse me. I'm supposed to be streaming. Arcade. Last thing I did was remove something I was not supposed to remove, and that is the changes that I added last time I streamed. I wonder how many of those changes I'm gonna regret removing, and of course I removed them by mistake. Didn't mean to. Thought I was reverting one file. I reverted the whole repository. So first of all, I need to know how to install an npm package from a GitHub branch. Install npm package from, because I want to install my branch of the Vue supervised project. And you do that by npm install git. I'm not going to be doing npm install, I'm going to be doing yarn add git github branch name. I hope the branch name is not very long. Vue use demi, yes. Is it Vue use demi or use Vue demi? The point is to finally remove this guy, because we don't need to install a framework specific wrapper for some library and then also install that library. Then what's the point of installing the framework specific wrapper if that's going to be the case? No point. I hate the song. The song is very distracting. I have no idea what's going on with the song. The name of the song is Pasta, and I can't even hear it. The name of the song is Pre-Game. I have no idea what's going on, so I like this one. I hope it doesn't go over my voice. I just turned up the volume just a tad bit. Alright, back to the show. That's installed. Use package from fork does this work? First, locally, yarn dev. I'm supposed to go to localhost 3000. Was I there? Nope, that's what? Oh, okay. It says items. I definitely broke this some other time before. I don't know what I did. Does it have any JS errors? No. I wonder what I broke. But we know that it runs and works. So did I push? I did push to Vercel. Now I have to see if Vercel is gonna build my yarn based project. And if Vercel doesn't, Vercel has to explain why. What is wrong with the yarn if I prefer to use yarn? EA broke 50 seconds ago. And I have a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That this has to do with something. Cannot find name, add entry. What are you talking about? Add entries. Alright. Let's try to do the same thing. Quit to do the same thing. Can find name, add entry. That's not a problem. We're gonna do that locally then, which is something I should have done also. Yarn build. Same build steps. I think it fails when. Oh, the reason why I think they do this view t no emit and then vit build is because vit probably uses es build to build your Java, your TypeScript files, and es build does not do any type checking. And this guy is wild. It's just complaining about everything. Enable TS plugin, yes. Reload window. I don't know why you didn't do this earlier, but then I'm gonna solve these issues and push again. See if this is gonna complain again. Yeah, there's no add entry, so I'm just gonna return stub functions here. It's very slow. Okay, I'm streaming, of course it's gonna be slow. The reason why it's slow is Voila for some reason is heavy. Voila is an alternative to Virtua. Plugins that make writing VueJS applications pleasant on VS Code. And they're heavy. They have a lot of heavy lifting to do. And with that heavy lifting not really being done by the actual smart, but no. Why are you suggesting these things? Entry also? Okay, good. That was GitHub Copilot suggesting my stubs for me. Good. I just remembered I'm using GitHub Copilots. GitHub. That could work. Stub these things. This is supposed to work, I believe. Wait, I should have tested locally first before I pushed, because that's Vercel's time I'm wasting. With all they're doing for me, free hosting, and this is how I repay them. I'm wasting their time. Okay, if that's the case, then we're getting through. I didn't waste their time after all. Stub these things. Building. It's very fast, I know. Uploading build outputs. And done. bull completed, populating bull cache. It's going to replace that screen with, it's not going to replace that screen because I'm logged in, I think, on my browser, but this guy is not logged in. I don't have a login button currently because I broke my to-do list thingy, but I'm gonna fix it right now. So there's a sign up button here. If signed in, show the root of view. If not, do something else. Cool. Show home, and home has only items. Cool. Oh, first of all, I wanted to transition from. Have I transitioned from setting up Superbase like this to setting up Superbase here? How the plugin allows it to be. I'm essentially testing my own PR for that I've added to the Vue Superbase thingy. And I did this last week, but because I threw away all that code today, I have to start over again. First, I do not mount yet, but I take this guy. Copilot, thank you, but that wasn't necessary. App use router and what other things? How do I declare? How do I use? Not you. The GitHub repository for this. I should have searched it on GitHub, but yeah, that's how you do it. And because I'm using something's wrong. Either yeah, I know what's wrong. I don't have ESLint set up. I don't have Prettier set up. So I expected the thing to autocomplete for me or format as I type, but it will not, as I don't have those two things set up for this project. I always set it up for other projects that I work on, but I haven't set it up for this. I do it some other time. If I do it now, I'm gonna waste a whole hour doing something else that I didn't say I was gonna do. Import Vue Superbase from Vue Superbase. This miraculously works. I have no idea how it's working, but it is. So. Not config, but key. Thanks Copilot for nothing. GitHub Copilot. I haven't seen anything amazing with this Copilot thing apart from it suggesting the very obvious. The things it's suggesting to me are so obvious. I hope I copied this correctly and looks like it. Alright. Now, please work. All Vite updates. Will this guy also work? Please work. It's working. So far, so good. Now I should start deleting old things. You go away. Go away. Hey. Oh, I just remembered. I don't know where to get Superbase from here, apart from Oh, I could inject it. Const superbase equals inject. I hope this works. I don't remember trying it out some other time before. TypeScript. Oh, actually worked. Aren't I lucky? So what I did was inject superbase into this component. I'm injecting it here because I know for a fact that it's provided to the whole application by the superbase plugin. I wrote that myself, so I know. But there's definitely supposed to be a better way to write this. I think what messed me up is I've been using Nuxt with the composition API a lot, and the syntax for Nuxt.js is different from pure VueJS. So those differences, the extra features that I get from Nuxt are not here, and I keep on thinking I'm gonna find those features here. One that I'm gonna try and see if is here or not, as I saw in the Nuxt composition API, is the use context, and they say it's deprecated. Why? Use slots or use attributes. Okay, cool. So I'm not going to use the use context guy. I'm just going to continue with this one. But then if this is the case, then wait a minute. I think I wrote a function that goes use superbase. Holy crap. Please work. If you work, then it means this is so good. Yeah. So this is the helper function or the hook or whatever that you want to call it, these kids. For wait, does it work first? It works. That's awesome. That's awesome that this thing works, because if it didn't work, it would mean I have to show this to Scott. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna log in on Twitter while I'm streaming, so I'm gonna use my phone for that. Alright, cool. Where is it imported? Oh, this is so awesome. But then, am I still using that? I don't think I'm. I am using this. The type, the superbase type. So anyway, I'm gonna be using superbase now. So the auth no longer has to be provided from here. I can just inject it anywhere in my code. Oh, this is so awesome. I don't have to do this, and me not doing that means where is this thing defined? I like it already. I like how Vue 3 makes everything cleaner. Because you're using superbase, we're gonna give you superbase. Not Subabase, superbase. And I no longer have to use that guy. Cool. Everything still seems to work. Every time this reloads, I seem to lose something, and that thing is lost from this guy. the signed in variable. Where is it? Fetch task. No, I have to remove most of the code that I have here and move it to somewhere else. No. Where's the code for is signed in? Super base on off changed. Fetch task says tasks signed in, so it's this guy. Is a ref. On off changed. So the auth changes a lot now. So let's do that. Let's console log. How the hell did you know? But then yeah, your suggestion is off. So every time this hot reloads, it loses my session. I have to refresh now. So everything's there, cool. Remove all the unused imports, or else I'll go crazy. Yes, hot reload, and then it lost it. Why did it lose it? I hope that is not me. I hope that's all just VueJS bumming out my code. But if this is the case, then let me just add this hook. Copilot is trying so hard, but no, I don't think superbase.signedin exists, so don't even try. Unmount it, although I'm gonna set the signed in guy. Signed in value equals superbase auth session. No, come back, Copilot. No, Copilot. Huh? There you go. Not now. Copilot doing his thing. Yeah, that works. If you're saying not now here, is it because you saw that AI working? Look at you, AI. Well, the point was to make this guy pretty. Making something like this pretty is hard, so we have to start somewhere. This is surrounded by a main content wrapper, and we start by styling that guy, but I first want to see the boundaries and the max width. We have to make him small, and okay, now he's centered. He's a little bit so small. We can make it medium screen. Cool. Now we know where the bounds are. And then, just for control, shove in some padding over there. Lots and lots of padding. Cool. Now, we need a toolbar. I need to be able to log out. I'm just gonna make everything live inside of this component, because what I want to do is just like Twitter. When you view a tweet on Twitter, it goes, the address bar goes twitter.com/username/status/ the ID for the tweet. If you click on a quoted tweet, it will show the same URL but different content. The URL structure or the signature is the same, but the IDs will be forever changing no matter how deep you go into a nested quoted tweet. So similar strategy here. I'm going to have sub items of my to-do list, and if I have sub items of my to-do list, I don't have a super long URL explaining that this is sub item of this sub item of this sub item. I'm just gonna get an ID, fetch children of that item if the item has children, and then that is some recursive thingy that I want to try out. And that means also what I have to do is treat the home screen as technically an item on its own, like the root item that I can start going in depth with. And to do that, I have to, doing that means I can abstract out most of what I'm doing to a single component, of which that component will receive as a prop an ID for the item it's supposed to be loading. And if there's no ID loaded for that item, the prop is just going to load what's supposed to be shown on the home screen, and that is the root items of your to-do list. And that component is going to be the main content component, and it's going to have a toolbar. You having a toolbar means, oh, there's this syntax. Oh, the script setup syntax that's supposed to look nice and everything. View 3 script setup. I don't even know how to call it. I want to use this thing. I haven't used it, so I want to learn it. And this is a learning project. Oh wow. Why would you do this though? Why would you use JSX inside of a single file component? I don't think you should be doing that. Don't do that. Excuse me. Do they talk about it here? Is that syntactic sugar? I don't know how to say that. Syntactic sugar. Syntactic. Wait a minute. It's syntax. What? Syntactic.
Syntactic.
Syntactic sugar. That's what I'm looking for my script thingy. That will make my code look thinner and lighter and feltish. That's not a term, but it's feltish. Yes. Come take it. I have to give this laptop away. Here's a laptop. There's a free laptop. Sure, man. Back to the show. Alright. If these docs don't have the syntactic sugar thingy, where am I gonna find it? Tooling, scaling up, accessibility, resources. I like resources. I'm gonna go to resources. Think about no. So it's not gonna be here. I have to start using the other links that I clicked on. How new is this? Thing is, if I go back to all the articles, I'm not gonna get what's currently implemented. Hi there, I'm getting undefined frameworks as well. Any hint you can use to find props. So I'm reading comments because comments will probably be newer than the actual article. But then the source of truth, the RFC. I don't think also the RFC has what I'm looking for because it's pretty old. So let me just close everything and start afresh. How old are you? Article from May. We're in July, so you're pretty new. Cool. We'll go with you then. seems to understand, although Copilot has no idea what the hell is going on. Good. So now I have to wait. Props. How do I define props? Oh, whoosh, this is gonna be a challenge. This is the toolbar. Toolbar has. What does the toolbar has? I'm struggling because I'm mixing many things at once. Let me first make the toolbar look like something. Toolbar should have four units border, which is red, filled with red. That didn't load because I'm not using the toolbar anywhere, so I'm just gonna import it inside my main content guy. Oh, this is another chance of using the syntactic sugar thingy. Of course, the language has to be TypeScript. And then import from not components, components. Toolbar. Please work. Looks like it's working. Still, of course, it's experimental. When using experimental features, it's recommended to pin your view dependencies to exact versions to avoid breakage. I'm not gonna do that because it's not like I'm gonna be selling this project or anything. It's for learning purposes. If anything changes, I should be able to come back and change it so that I learn what the change is. And because we're using view, I'm gonna just shove that component here. No. Why? Please work. Okay, voila recognizes it. That also recognizes it. That's good. Now, what seems to be the problem here? Why is everyone... Oh, the toolbar can... Oh, that's nice. I think I need this. I need the toolbar to span as far as it can, so that I can add like funky things to the toolbar. Like for instance, that rounded thingy for showing that I'm logged in. What can I use as a reference? Reddit. How does Reddit look? Login, sign up. Yes. Now that's gonna be a challenge also. What does this mean? Does this mean... Oh yeah, I'm not gonna have this. This is not going to be visible. The whole page is not going to be visible because it's going to be covered by an overlay when you're not signed in. But I do want to log in and sign up on Reddit so that I see what it looks like. I want to copy and paste this thing to my... Oh yeah, there you go. Too many things. I need a logout button only there. So I'm just going to forget about it for now. What else is going to be there? That's the toolbar. Then the items, or the list view. Do I call it a view or just call it a list? It's a list view. My coffee's getting cold. So list view, how are you gonna work? Div class list. No, GitHub Copilots. Just stop trying to suggest weird things. That was not Copilot, that was Volar. I have to know how to pronounce Volar. It's either I say Volar or Volar. Not voila. I'm close to saying voila right now. I'm really close to saying voila. Anyway, where's that? Yes, I want to have this link open just in case I miss something. Copy this, paste it here, and then close all the other tabs that I'm not using, because I'm sharing all these resources from this computer with the OBS for which I'm using to stream. Okay, so this, no, I don't want your take, I just want to see the syntax that I'm looking for. And you didn't show how to use props, so you can go ahead and disappear with your takes. So this is exposed functions, but does that mean every function is exposed now? If you create it here, it's visible. How do I create things that are not accessible to the template, like helper functions or closures or whatever? Yeah, this is gonna be, I think I finally have to come back to this. So this seems to be updated. Yes. This operates the as proposed, so that's an old proposal. Why are you importing Lodash? Who's using Lodash? Oh, that's 2020. Oh, almost got it. It's still 2020. Who's using Lodash in 2020? No, you too upbeat. I'm still upset about Lodash. No, this is stupid. I hope this was downvoted. That's my third. Okay, it's not stupid, but it's weird. We don't want weird things. If you want to write React, go write React. Okay, discussions, finalization, yes. Use slots, define emits, apply, okay. Compiler macros no longer need to be imported. I have no idea what those are. Define expose. Alright, I have to look at that somewhere else because I have no idea what that means, but it seems like I'm going to be using it. Define emits looks nice. Interface props with defaults. Define props. Hey, so I just do. Am I giving anything to the toolbar? I don't think I'm going to be giving anything to the toolbar. Let me just stop building. Oh, first. Construction. Work in progress. Go ahead and save yourself. Push to Vercel. I hope this is not going to break Vercel because that would be weird. Alright, go away. New main content, still going good. Let me start by making it look like how it's supposed to look, and then I'll focus on other things after. So that's the toolbar, and I also have to import list from Why is it giving me list 1 as an option? I don't remember creating list 1. And then you item 1. So that works. Cool. But how do I make sure? Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna surround them in a wrapper container. Rather, I'm going to make these items the same size in terms of width. What I'm trying to avoid is deeply nested divs in my HTML. For some weird reason, I feel like I need to do it that way so that the HTML is thinner when you inspect it. I don't know if it has any hits on performance. I have no idea. I think it's a preference thing. It's mainly subjective. So I'm just gonna, there's absolutely no reason or no benefit apart from just what you're gonna see when you inspect the code. Thinner, less nested HTML elements. This just has a max width of a medium screen, and it floats as an item. So this is where I'm just going to define my item. Wait a minute. To do item, should I just call this item? I think I should just call this item or list item. I know there's a to do item component that exists, but I'm gonna delete it. I see no need for it anymore. Again, no absolute explanation apart from, I don't know, I'm wasting my own time. So list has, wait a minute, oh yes, the list has the import list item from, this Copilot thing should learn, oh, it has learned in fact, but should pick up now where I'm taking this. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I think. Successfully imported. Cool. Now what else is there? Or it's to move styling from that div to the actual component. Div max width screen. I could put this in a wrapper, but I could extract this styling into its own component as a dump component that has just, should I not, I could. Dump centered. Div, yeah, and slot. Touch typing is a chore sometimes, but I have to get faster on it. I have to be efficient and fast. Eventually I'll get there. You have nothing, so I just put the syntactic sugar so that the Vue compiler compiles this into a default export that has nothing, but it will mean my single file component is valid in terms of its syntax after compilation, of course. Now this guy has a max width screen of medium and floats like so. Dumps into the wrapper. Now that goes away. I'm left with a list item which has a, I have to import my dump centered wrapper now. No, I really have to set up ESLint and Prettier for this. I can feel What? Why? I don't even have utils /config. Copilot is wild and imports dumb center. I should have named this better. This is very long, and to think that I'm going to be importing it everywhere is a chore. I hope it looks correct enough. No, Copilot, no. Copilot, no. Yeah, Copilot has taken over the tab button, because tab is what's used for the emit autocomplete, but now also Copilot uses the tab button, and sometimes you don't want that. Item number 1. So the dumb centered wrapper works. That's good news. Oh yeah, there's a voila. Complaining about things. So voila was suggesting that I use TypeScript, so that's good news. Or if I'm not using TypeScript, use JS_config.json, or put allow.js true to this file, of which I'm not going to do. I'll try to stick to TypeScript as much as possible to all the projects that I'm working on. Because I mean, why not? And now, list item should define a prop. Oh yeah, before I get to props, that now is should go away for now. I shall add no padding to the dumb centered wrapper, as if I add siblings to components that use it, there's going to be spacing, and especially for instances where, wait a minute, is that necessary though? I think if I give my dumb centered wrapper some, I don't know, some young p, there you go, just a tad bit of padding. Okay, let me make it a fair unit. Alright, cool. So that's there. Now what's remaining is yeah, but then this is weird. Let me just remove this altogether. Or not? I don't know anymore. Can I add padding on the parent? Ooh, I can. So okay, that flies. Cool. My list items here, and it's used in a list. My list should receive a prop, an array of list items, yes. And how do I define a prop? With this sugar. Can I use separately declared interfaces or types, type literals in their type-based declarations? Okay, we'll give that a shot. Only need to const props equals define props. Seems easy enough. Can be used to declare prop default values when using type only. I wonder where it's getting that. I'm not going to be using a component in my setup block. Wait. Interface. How do you actually define props without saying default. This is okay. This is gonna be weird. Leave the ability to use imported types as a feature to do the second possible does not find fundamentally affect the API design. So I can't import my types from somewhere else. Cool, I guess. How does it? It's been interesting to see this work. So props. Look at you, thingy. Items. How did you know I was gonna say items? Although I was not gonna say items. Still, how the hell did you know? And then from this, I can do const items equals computed. No. Props. Ooh, okay. Copilot being wild. Oh, so that's when I need defaults, because no, how do you use default stuff? Define props, define limits with, it's with. Copilot is messing with me. It's getting in the way. And I don't think it should be doing that. Or maybe it's the nature of the code that it's working with or trying to work with. Oh yeah, it's definitely not getting in the way. What am I missing? Why is items complaining? It's an empty array. Type never is not assignable to type props. Read only props. Any. Why? Why is it type never all of a sudden? Interesting. Yeah. Let me say you're a string array and the first item is cheese. So these are the differences now I'm going to be fighting with. String not assignable to a type. That. I always get these issues with VueJS. I wonder why. So I did everything like I was supposed to. Why are you fighting with me now? Or am I supposed to provide you with a function? Really? Okay. But that was supposed to be there. That was supposed to be defined to say, hey man, default values should be, you should give us a callback to get your default value or something like that, because does it still work though? Still works. Cool. We move. Missing required prop items. How is it missing? I why is it required also? Then if it's required, is that used? Main content, list item, list. Main content should provide you with a items, cheese, noodles. Do not go together as. I don't know where I was going with this, but these are my items, I believe. Yes. Now, what's happening is there's no iteration so far. So V for item in items, and the key being, what's going to be the key? The actual item for now. So the looping works. And we send an item as a prop to the list item. Cool. Now I have to delete you but then you have so much code inside of you. Why would I delete you yet? Let me not. List item. You have props also. Fine. Nope. With defaults. Define props. So this is another way to create. They know. How did they know? They didn't know. Wait, do I call this props? What did I call it previously? What's even going on at this point? I have no idea what's going on. Oh, the interface is props with item as type string, and then this returns still not working. Oh yeah. Smart. Oh yeah, no default values. Then if there's no default values, I'll figure something out. If there's no default values, just use define props. But then, alright, I'm gonna give you a default value. You are a string that's sometimes undefined. Why is this working? Why didn't it work for an array? Or is it because it was an array? Probably. Cool. Weird, but cool. Now back to the first component here. App. Also good here. Why is it doing this? It's because of this min h screen, meaning this is the size of my screen, but then the size of my screen has other things also on top of it, which makes it overlap and scroll. So I have to remove you now. You are no. Wait a minute, what's going on? Can I have Twitter's buzzing. Buzz, Twitter, buzz. Cool. Here's my toolbar. First of all, toolbar, you must say that I am a toolbar. There you go. Added a toolbar and some other things. This is a weird project. I am not proud. Cool. Now for the next guy. The next guy is, I really want to have, I hope not to have a what's this thing? I want my input to always be at the bottom and never move. But what happens then? Yeah, I'm gonna have to make it sticky. My toolbar always have to be here and never move at all. And if I have a list of items that surpass the number, this is gonna be challenging to create. But let me try. How do I try? Start with the main content. Main content is, so there's a list, it's a toolbar, list, div, u slots must go away, and then I have a list, and I have the, what do I call it even? The editor. Because I'm the one creating this, I should name it whatever I want. It has never complained when I didn't put the script tag, so let me just leave it at that and import my editor. Import editor from Copilot. You finally got it. It took you 3-4 times to get it. I'm tweeting this. Of course, hashtag GitHub Copilot seems to be learning from me in real time as I code. Nice. And I use my editor. So the reason why I stick to lowercase when what's this thing? When what is this thing again? When writing my templates, my HTML templates for VueJS, I still want it to look like HTML. Although it's not like pure HTML, as these are pretty much custom elements, it should still look like HTML. Of course, I can use camel case for my components, but then that's leaning more to JavaScript, and I want my brain to look at it and think HTML, so that I write HTML. Another thing that I don't really have a pro for, like a reason, a constructive reason, I'd say. Maybe there is for styling purposes. I don't know. Alright, back to this guy. Editor must also be wrapped around a dumb-centered wrapper. Dumb-centered wrapper. But the dumb-centered wrapper is not imported yet. So script setup lang. I have to, because I'm using this too much, I have to eventually come on, Copilot, anytime now. Copilot for the What? Oh yeah, Copilot got a little bit carried away there. Copilot, please also check out my config to say that, if not my config, check out from other components that I've been using as to how I was using this. Right after uploading shoebox of AI. Another reason why I'm thinking dev jobs are still safe. Copilot is not replacing anyone. In fact, Copilot is going to be helping people, and I'm thinking mostly people who have been comfortable or who are comfortable with the code that they're working on, and that is, if you're a beginner, Copilot is going to help you learn, but those learnings shouldn't be on production code or from where you work. If you are well versed with the projects that you're working on and are pretty skilled at it, then Copilot can help you prototype, but I doubt that code generated by Copilot is going to be performant all the time or accurate all the time. So those are the things to look out for when using Copilot. But it replacing jobs, not the slightest of chances for where it is currently. So my editor, how to make my editor live at the bottom, main content. So first of all, I'm gonna add a wait. First I wanna see how this looks. So it's the main content here, and this is gonna be replaced, so I have to add it here. Now I have a div, which I didn't want to have, but I have no choice but to add it, so that I add some HTML on top of it. I don't know if I can add it directly to the router view. I don't know what would happen if I do that, so I'll check it out some after this. Relative, that's what I was looking for. I just want to make the whole container relative, and then have the editor go all the way down to the bottom if I can. Class, does this exist? It does, and it's not moving yet. But what I can try to do to see it move is if I make this, alright, this is not gonna work. I want to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items, yes, and then make my list items pretty thick, like PUI 24 or something like that, or 52. Okay, the editor is at the bottom, but it doesn't stay to the bottom. How do I make it stay there? How do I make it stay there? Alright, cool. I'll find some other way of doing that. How do I make it stay there? Code is difficult. Go back to the main content. I can wrap the list around a div. Yes, that's one way to do it. The main content. Alright, so that means I can remove all this funky hackery that I was doing here to what it was previously, and that is just the router view and have the main. I can't do it any other way, but this is clean. I like how clean this is, so I'm gonna mess up the list by wrapping it around a div. So that's wrapped around a div. So I know for a fact that I'm always gonna have 3 items in my main content, which begs the question, do I still need the main content? Yeah, I still do, because I don't wanna duplicate this into other screens. I have 2 screens though. I might not need this main content thingy, I realize, but I'll see how it goes. Yeah, looks like I don't need this. Do I? I don't. Oh yeah, I do, because styling. Let me just continue with what I'm doing. Wrap this around a div and make a div a flex component, and the flex direction should be column wise. So flex core and justify space between, so that the list will live at the center. So this will be at the center. The editor is still where it is. Let me give these things colors. Editor, please be blue. Okay, she works. The list. No. Go to the center of my editor. View list should be. Wait, did I edit it? Oh, it was list items. List items. That's too thick. Please be something else, like 30 or 20. Oh, there is a 32, but I don't want a 32. I want maybe 16. Alright, cool. So far so good. Now, this is what I'm working on now. When I have 5 items, the editor is still not pushed to the bottom, and that could be easily fixed by, because the main content now is here. I can make the main content stretch to the height of my screen. Voila, problem solved. But voila. No. Let me move things around. I'm gonna move. Yeah, it looks like I do have to have the router view in a div. No, Copilot, no. Can't even import a component. Or what are you trying to suggest here? What if Copilot is listening? If Copilot is listening, invalid prop, expected string value 5 but got number with 5. I'm gonna fix you, don't worry, these are just warnings. I'm gonna fix you real soon. And my list, because my list is not wrapped around, it is wrapped around something. But should it be wrapped around that? Can it be wrapped around any other thing? Oh, this is necessary to make sure that when I've, oh yeah, it's necessary to make sure that it always fills whatever space that's there. And that div filling the space means that my items are always going to be pushed to the top, and they will not like float at the center of the screen all the time. To prove that, I have to give my list item. Why am I even doing splitting these files if they're going to be everywhere? That works. Cool. Now my edits. I'm gonna come back to my editor later. For now, let me. What was it? Oh, I was moving everything to this guy. So this guy should be the one carrying. What are you carrying again? Should be the one with the main screen, because I know for a fact that the app is always gonna be the root. So everything here is gonna be the root HTML. So you should be min screen, and you should not have this. And what else is there? What else is there? Height full. Nope. Do I have hide screen? I do have hide screen, but do I want it? Yes. But then what's the point of that min screen thingy? Alright, let me go back to this. So now this div is the root, and in it's 3 components. To prove, let me see, let me inspect. U and 1, 2, 3, as such. But why is it not? I'm gonna screen it. What am I missing? I'm definitely missing something. I don't know what that is though. I've been using blue lots. Is there a green? There is a green. So it is filling it. Oh, what's missing is flex call. I don't need to add those space betweens and whatnot now, do I? No, I don't. I definitely don't have to. I also don't have to wrap the list in a div, do I? No, I don't. I definitely don't. But what I can do is, in my main content, I be smart about it and add a span element or a div even that fills the rest of the space. Voila, magic, HTML magic. Now to confirm that my funky fix still works, I shall Why am I splitting the screen if I'm going to be editing the same file in both windows or grids? I shall give my list item guy some major padding alert. Oh, it works. Oh, this is so beautiful. I love when things work. Alright, back to padding. Now to fix colors. Start with the app. You're not supposed to be green. Our theme here is white. White. And after this, start with the editor. Your editor are not supposed to be thick blue. But a border will not hurt you, and that also will not hurt you. Some padding also would do good. So the same padding here must be applied to, must be similar to what the list items are going to be. Ah, cool. Something's funky here, and I can't put my finger on it. I can. I think what's going on is everything is squashed to the main. Yeah, and that is because of how flex is. And I think to fix that, I should just say items should stretch to fill. Please stretch. Oh, they're not? Cool. If that doesn't fix it, then a full width should. Done. Now yellow is a weird color to have as an item. Also, the same could be said about the toolbar. But what I can do in the meantime, give you a border so that I see where things are. I'm a toolbar. Oh, that's two borders now. You should go away. You're not needed anymore. Sorry. I am the editor. Alright, you being the editor means you should have. Wait, is my. Oh, yeah, that's a div. So I can just add my input here. Type text, of course. I want to see where you are, so give you a slight tint of yellow. This is not gonna cut it, so I'm gonna make you. Wait a minute. Yeah, let me make you full width. And then placeholder. And then cool. Now I should take away what you will not be using, which is that thingy. So now I can edit away, but the outline is hideous. Oh, it's Firefox. I'm using Firefox, so the outline is always going to be there no matter what I do. Actually, the outline goes away, but the outline going away means I will not see when I'm editing. So rather, what I can do is give the whole editor attention when this guy is focused. When the input is focused, I should give the whole wrapper or the whole editor a focus ring. So I think Tailwind calls that group. It's not group focus, it's group hover and then focus within. It's definitely focus within. Now how do I use it? Hover, focus, active, group hover, group. Oh, there is group focus. Let's do focus. How does it work? Or if the button is focused, I want to do some funky things with that guy also. I don't think I'm looking for that. I'm looking for at the focus within prefix only apply utility when a child element is focused. That's what I'm looking for. Does it not work for Firefox? I didn't see any changes or differences in this. New extension are going to be a problem. Oh yeah, easy fix. Thank you. Oh, it works. So something that minor took away my focus. The extension imposing itself made me not see that this thing is working. So yes, the dump center app, I should have focus within. A focus within thingy, and it must show my ring, a thick ring. Let me start with the not so thick ring. First of all, let me see what the ring will look like. What colors am I going to be using? First of all, should I stick this to the bottom as is or float it a bit? Conflict. Alright, you guy, I'm gonna give you a small margin, bottom of 0.5, and you're not floating. Please float. Definitely still not floating. If I increase my margin to 2, are you gonna? Yeah, you're floating. Finally. Okay, that's better because it looks weird. Oh. So my ring now has to be that size, and seeing that this works, I just realized that my editor has to be rounded for it to look cool, and my focus ring has a weird color. What color should it be? Tailwind, give me colors. Placeholder color, no, ring color. No, I just want colors. I just realized my app doesn't have a color. I like gray, cool gray. Cool gray. Ring. Cool, no. Now what gray are we gonna get? I can't tell, so I'm just gonna increase the ring size, or even just do a background gray 6. Is it the gray I'm looking for? It seems to be the gray that I'm looking for. Config. I did not configure that, so they must know that. Hey, oh, it's the same gray. It's wrapped, so it's the gray that I was looking for, of course. So I can go back to my. Where do I change the title of this thing? Index title. And then it's the name of the app. Don't fight me. I'm Tupa. You there? I'm editing the editor. It's prettier setup. I have no idea why that is, because it just formats at my thingy. Alright, cool. Go ahead. It's too dark as a ring unless we increase the ring color to yeah, a little bit faint, but that's too faint. Maybe this is middle ground, I don't know. This is how you see that it has focus. So yeah, ring is full focus within. So if there's focus within any of the items here, there you go. But then it's not cool anymore. Yeah, I need color options. Let me just give it a faint thingy. I am the editor. You can go away now. We don't need you anymore. That looks cool. That looks really cool. Alright, cool. Designing the editor. And the editor looks nice. I like it. Now what's next is back to, I forgot to mention I really forgot to mention oh yeah, how am I gonna solve this? Oh, I thought it's the notification for I really have to do something about the Vue Super Base PR that I'm working on. Oh, I've been streaming for 2 hours. I have to end the screen. The scream. I see your comments, Sihle, and I must say, this is why we're not launching. And I'm ending the stream now. I have to work on other things. I mean, we did so much today. There's so much that we achieved. I'm proud of all the things that I did today. I created a circle, a nice looking circle. The circle looks nice. And I have to end the stream now. Everything else I'll be doing offline, and that is following up on the Vue Super Base PR discussion thingy, and trying to figure out how to use the Vue Demi package to create plugins for VueJS. Yeah, it's VueJS. Thanks for tuning in, man. I mean, this is better, man. This is better in so many ways. From where we started to this, so many ways. This is way better. Anyway, cheers.